Okay, hi, my name is Teresa Zepeda. I graduated in 1989 and I was a cheerleader.
Okay, Teresa, when did you first got into cheerleading?
My freshman year at Katie Waldo Junior High School.
Okay, have you had any previous experiences before going to cheerleading?
No, none at all.
You just got into it.
Just got into it. Tried out with my friends and made the team.
Sweet. What's challenging about being a cheerleader?
Learning different routines in a week for the next game. And we had to make up our own routines. So we made them up, taught them to the other girls, and learned them.
Have you or know someone that's had like an incident during like a practice or during the game?
Yeah, one of our friends got hurt. She fell from being held on top, got dropped. She hurt her leg, but she came back. I mean, she was only out a couple games and she was back, but nothing major.
Right.
Yeah, nothing major.
Talk about your first game as an East Aurora cheerleader.
My first game as an East Aurora cheerleader was football season my sophomore year. Very exciting, being a sophomore because freshmen didn't go to East Aurora. When I went, they were still at the junior high. So it was my sophomore year. It was really exciting, had to learn the moves, and then to be out there in a bigger crowd of people, at the junior high, wasn't a lot of people, but at high school, a lot of people. So it was very exciting. I'll never forget that.
Do you remember who East was playing?
I don't remember who they were playing, unfortunately.
Were you nervous that day?
I was nervous, but once I was out there with my friends and cheering, and then the kids in the stands were cheering with us, nerves went away. It was fun.
What is your memorable East-West football game?
Most memorable East-West football game was my senior year, 1989, East versus West. We won, and we stopped West from moving on to the playoffs. So that was my most memorable game.
Do you remember a memorable football player back at East?
I would probably have to say my friend Lou Hernandez. He was a quarterback. Him and I were friends since third grade, and actually we're still friends. We still see each other and we still keep in touch to this day. And our kids know each other as well.
Does your son go to West?
Yes, my son goes to West Aurora, and he played football for 2 years.
Have you persuaded him to do it into sports or?
No, he all on his own. He loves football. He loves basketball. So he, played football. Not basketball, but he does go to all the games.
Nice. Did you have any relatives that went to both East or West, and did they participate in any sport or activities?
Yeah, some of my cousins went to West that lived on the west side, and of course my cousins and myself who lived on the east side. And of course there was some rivalry, as there always is between East and West Aurora players. But for the most part, I mean, I don't know, we all got along. Even we always gave each other slack,
I was going to say,
all
have
in
they
fun.
teased you about going East?
Yeah, and I teased them and called them chicken hawks, and
What's different and similar about the East-West football games when you were a student until now?
I would say the spirit. When I went to high school, there was so much school spirit, and there were a lot more kids involved with the sports. I noticed now, I still go to the games. I still to this day go to the football games, go to basketball games, and I don't see as much spirit as there was when I was in high school.
What do you think schools should do to get students back into getting to the spirit?
I think not just the schools, but the parents as well have a lot to do with it. Getting their kids involved with school, involved with sports, and the teachers there, helping the kids along and, helping them show more interest in the sports and school spirit. Because, we took a lot of pride in our school spirit, a lot of pride, my friends and I. And I don't see that so much now when I go back to the schools. They didn't get as crazy as we did. We were crazy.
East and West is a 120-year football rivalry.
Rivalry, yes it is.
Yeah. Why do you think it's so special?
I think just because it's gone on so long, and I think because people at West Aurora, people at East Aurora who attend each school, I think because they take so much pride in their school, you know, they want to be the best, you know, you want to be the best at your sport, in your school, and I just think it's taking pride in your school, and I think that's why the rivalry has lasted so long, you know.
Dee, what does it mean to be a Tomcat?
For me, once a Tomcat, always a Tomcat.